Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. See, the last few videos we focused on FTX, the collapse, and we've also focused on maybe Bitcoin going to zero. But what about some positivity in there? See, with recent projections from experts, will the Bitcoin make history this year with this new projected price? That's a question we got to ask ourselves, and that's what we're going to dive into today. Yo, all crypto fans, how we doing out there? What's good? Today, we will talk about a very interesting topic that many of you have been asking me about, and that is about the future of Bitcoin and what awaits investors for the years to come. Will it reach the projections that experts have outlined for the currency? When will it do so? And is Bitcoin still a good investment to invest in? All this we will address in this video, so stay until the end and get your wallet ready because there's some good news to come. But before we start with the video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, of course, and also turn on the notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Now, like I said before, let's get down to business and let's get to the video. According to information from CoinMarketCap, the price of Bitcoin rose by 1.3% during the last week to leave its price at $17,040. Meanwhile, Ethereum had a better performance by registering a variation of 3.4% in the last 7 days that leaves its price at $1,260. In this context, there's already several analysts who are beginning to predict how Bitcoin was going to perform at the remainder of the year of 2022. And at this point, the community is divided between those who see a fall in the medium term and those who predict a bull market for 2023. So, which side are you on? Let me know in the comments before continuing with the video. For the general outlook, the vision is a bit divided. As explained from the specialized portal of Cointelegraph, Bitcoin bulls project that the cryptocurrency will rise by mid-2023 to a point where it could triple in value and reach $80,000. On the other hand, though, more conservative and traditional investors point to the situation being less hopeful, with the bear market pulling its price to the $12,000 to $16,000 range by the end of the year. But here's the truth. Both sides seem to be right and have their reasons to believe so, as the former rely on historical cycles of cryptocurrencies, while the latter mainly take into consideration the current macroeconomic situation, which obviously should not be left out. So what if I tell you that both scenarios and ideas are actually possible? Since Bitcoin could fall to that range between now and the end of the year and then rebound and reach the target price by mid-2023. By the end of November of 22, Bitcoin's value was equivalent to $16,500. That's a big increase in value for something that originally cost 0.008 cents and 0.08 cents per coin. However, the value of Bitcoin can drop to zero just as quickly. In fact, its price has sharp declines in May and June of 2022, and it still really hasn't been able to recover. So what exactly influences a Bitcoin price forecast? Supply and demand. Yes, just like you're hearing. Supply and demand have always been responsible for the historical fluctuation of asset prices. In addition, there is a limit to the number of coins that can be in circulation. As of this writing, that number is 21 million. Once that limit is reached, no new coins will be produced. This means that the price can go up or down, depending on how much demand there is, really. Bitcoin's market capitalization has led to the emergence of many other altcoins, so investors can pick and choose and spread their investments across many products, preventing from skyrocketing. However, because Bitcoin has remained the undisputed leader in terms of market capitalization, it receives most of the revenue. It is important to note that an algorithm generates a new batch of Bitcoins approximately every 10 minutes. Users around the world compete to solve a complex mathematical problem in order to receive this batch of coins. This method is called mining, and the more people participate, the harder it is to win that batch of coins. Because everything is done electronically, additional costs are generated, such as electricity, for example. The first time Bitcoin had a considerable price increase was 2011. April of that year, the price of the coin was $1. By June, this had risen to $32. This was a big jump, but soon after a downturn in the crypto markets followed, the streak of bad luck continued for the following year as well. Things got exciting in 2013. Starting the year at $13.40, the price rose sharply to $220 in early April, but fell to approximately $70 by mid-month. However, the optimists were rewarded with the formation of another bubble, taking the price from $123.20 in October to $1,156.10 in December. This was followed by a depression that lasted a good number of years, with the price touching a low of $315 in 2015. Things picked up again in 2017. Bitcoin spent the first 2 months falling, but then began to rise rampantly to $20,089. This was that trend that got everyone's eye on Bitcoin and what led dozens of analysts to initiate speculative predictions of wild price hikes. Despite hopes for another bubble to emerge, Bitcoin grew sideways for the next few years, with steady activity and values hovering around $10,000. It was not until late November of 2020 that it surpassed $19,000 and achieved a 224% increase in price by the end of the year. The year 2021 brought new records for the cryptocurrency. In January, Bitcoin broke its previous record and reached a value of $40,111. Although the happiness was short-lived and quickly fell again, but it didn't stop there. In February, it reached USD $57,432, and in December, it reached an all-time high of $67,528. Now that we're talking a bit about history, what is Bitcoin's projection for the next few years? As far as we know, the fourth halving will occur in 2024, which means there is a high possibility that the prices will skyrocket during 2025 to values that could be around $100,000. By 2030, most of the available Bitcoin will have been mined. This rules out the possibilities of supply and demand affecting the price. However, what can affect a crypto is the fact that its acceptance and regulations by various agencies. Furthermore, by that time, millennials and Generation Zs will be the leading way in trading, which leads one to believe that Bitcoin will be adopted even more than it is today. If this does happen, the price prediction will reach or exceed $1 million. See, when making long-term predictions, we must keep in mind that no one really knows what's going to happen. There's too many variables that can come into play to have concrete answers of any kind. See, there's two scenarios that seem likely. The first is that the governments around the world pass laws and regulations that control the power and value of Bitcoin, and its value gradually declines to double or triple digits. The second scenario was that of widespread acceptance and regularization of Bitcoin worldwide, which would cause the value of Bitcoin to reach millions of dollars. If you're asking for my personal opinion, and to answer some of those questions within the video, I do believe that Bitcoin will break all-time highs. I just don't think it'll happen anytime soon. But for now, the best thing to do is to go to a financial advisor and manage your money well so that you are prepared when the next bull market arrives. Let me know in the comments what your projection is for Bitcoin in the near future, and also, do you think a bull market is coming? But just like that, folks, that was it for today's video. If you liked it, I invite you to subscribe and also turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Like I said before, I'll say now, until next time, I'm gonna see you in the next video.